So I am finally putting together my curriculum picks for my youngest daughter, Naomi. She is my unique learner with Down syndrome. She is in second grade, even though she is not at a second grade level. She's more like a preschool level. However, some of the material that I am sharing with you guys today is specific for kids that are unique learners with disabilities, whether it's autism, Down syndrome, even dyslexia and dysgraphia. It's, you know, I'll talk about it as we walk through this. So this video was extremely difficult to put together. Very difficult, and that's why I waited till the last possible minute. One is because we're year-round homeschoolers. We don't stop. We just keep going because she needs a lot of repetition. Summer slide is real for her. Summer slide is real, and I don't want to go there with her. So we're going to keep going, never stop reading and doing education. So the second reason is because she's not really boxed into a grade. Because she has a learning disability, we are just going to move at her pace, at her level, but still challenge her. So some of the areas she's going to be more advanced, like her social skills, but other areas like reading, she's going to not be so much advanced. So there's that. And also because I want to know that I have the flexibility to change up curriculum if something's not working. And I do have some core curriculum that we are actually using with her, but I use a lot of supplements and I actually mix and match, which I'm going to show you how I'm doing that and why I'm doing that. Okay, so this video, even though I'm sharing my curriculum picks for Naomi, who has Down syndrome, it kind of really goes across the board for all kids that are needing some extra time, some extra help. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is something really, really fun that it's funny. A mom who has a child with autism shared this with me. Now, Logic of English is really good curriculum for anyone, but these books, specifically these books, are amazing. So there's 3 of them. There's Doodling Dragons, there's Whistling Whales, and then there's Knitting Nights. And they're 3 different levels, but I mean, I didn't get the workbooks, I didn't get the curriculum, I just got these books. And so what they do is you open the book. Of course, this one's the ABCs. Now, Naomi does know her letters. She does know her letter sounds, but she needs repetition. And so these are just a fun way to get things going. Okay, so you have the different sounds of A, and there's a song that actually goes with these that you can download onto your phone. And I will literally sit in the morning after breakfast or during breakfast, and if you notice there's food on this, that's how you know I'm not lying. But during breakfast or after breakfast, and she will flip through these books and I will flip through my phone playing each and every one of the songs that she wants to hear. I mean, I can flat out tell you what her favorites are. She loves the bubbling, what is it? The barking beagle, blowing bubbles in the baby's bed. I'm not gonna sing the song. I love this one. When you get into Whistling Whales, so these are gonna be more of the consonants blends, and like TH, for example, that's, you know, SH, okay. And it just has a ER, right? Then Knitting Nights is beyond the sounds of ABCs. You're gonna have the double O, you're gonna have stuff like BU. So it's just building upon the phonics like this. And so she sees it, we just sing songs with it. It's great repetition, so when she actually starts reading and she's working on some of the phonics, because we are going to work with her on phonics, sight words, and phonics. I believe both are really important to do both. Reading, she actually really loves books. What she really hates, though, is writing with a passion. I feel like I need to make a video what to do with children who hate to write, because she falls in that camp, okay? I've done this till I'm blue in the face. I've done these books with dot to dot, hidden pictures. It lasts for like 5 minutes. She does find herself loving these. These are from Usborne, or Paper Pie as they call them now. You just kind of trace them over with the whiteboard. She likes to wipe things away. She also likes to scribble all over things. So yeah, we do these a lot. I pull these out whenever I can't think of something to do. So I got Happy Cheetah. This is like the big, well, there's 2 really big ones that I'm going to share with you. So this is the first really big one that I'm using. So I got Happy Cheetah Reading, which is for unique learners like that are struggling readers. It's really heavy. I'm like struggling to pick it up because I literally got the full entire. That was just easier for me at the moment. And this is the only thing that she's using right now. So I better like it, right? And I'll admit, we will probably take forever to go through this book. Getting Ready workbook, and it reminds me so much of Learning Without Tears or Handwriting Without Tears. We went through Handwriting Without Tears and I took a break from it because I needed, you know, some rest from it. This is so similar. As you can see, we're really working hard here. And the thing is with this one is I am noticing with her, the struggle is real to know which way to draw her letter lines when you're doing the capitals. Like, does it go down? Does it go horizontal? Does it go slant? I can literally see her struggling, which is great because then I know she's working. But there's like that fine line where she's working hard and she's struggling, but she's not quitting. The second she starts to like dwindle away, then I know it's time up. And that's usually about 15-20 minutes with this book. So the first thing you do with each of these letters in this book is you draw the letter in the air. Then you have a whiteboard and you write it on the whiteboard. 1, 2, 3. I do it multiple times with her just because we have room. And then you do it in the book. First by copying over the letter, tracing it, and then by writing it on your own. And then at the very bottom of the page, it has something like draw a picture of something that starts with the letter U. Or on one of these toothbrushes, one of them is not like the other, which one? So they have a little kind of activity at the very bottom. So they go through the capital letters, then they go through the lowercase letters, and then sentences, and then they start working on a little bit of phonics. And yep, this is how we go. We're starting with this book. The one thing she really loved from Learning Without Tears was these right here. So you create the letters with these things. So you have a couple of curves, which in Happy Cheetah, they call them bounces, but we still call them big curve. This is little line, and this is little curve, and this is big line. So we do the letter in the air, but then we also create the letter on our mat, like so. And you can create all the letters and the numbers with all of these curves. Can't do lowercase though, sometimes you can. So we'll sometimes jump in and do, you know, the little b and the little d, and it, you know, that works. But you can't really, what lowercase letter can't you do? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think you could probably do, there's one out there. M. You can't do M. But we're doing this with capitals, so when I get to lowercase, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. We'll probably, you know what we'll probably do, because I have this sitting right here too, because we also use this with Play-Doh. We can do our Play-Doh letters. This is also from Learning Without Tears, and what you do is you roll the Play-Doh like a snake and you roll it on the shape. Now, she can do her snakes. She can make her little snake. But after we do, and I found this to be kind of like a little pattern, after we do this, I like to then let her play with Play-Doh to kind of just soothe and calm her down after sometimes a stressful, which I try to stop before it gets too stressful, but sometimes she just doesn't want to do it and it is very stressful. But I should talk about all that in a different video. I'm not gonna lie, like it does get stressful and it gets stressful for her. So Happy Cheetah, very similar to Handwriting Without Tears. It does seem like it has a little more work. The letters also seem a little bit smaller. There's context in the book. I'm sure you guys are dying to know what's in this giant box. It actually came with colored pencils and flashcards and a couple of these little books, which are very simple. I don't know how they're used yet. We'll find out when we cross that bridge. You know, this packet is so nice that it actually came with like Post-it notes. So I don't even know what this is for. I'm guessing it has to do with some decoding math. All right, so so her math curriculum is engrafted in one of the other curriculums that I'm going to be using. We did use So Happy to Learn for a really long time, and there was some math in that. But I have since like not wanted to use So Happy to Learn anymore for a lot of reasons. You can watch the video. plus the reason that I felt like it was kind of holding her back a little bit. But I do use my curriculum that I make, which is very much based off of the same method that So Happy to Learn uses. So I really do like the method. I just watch the video if you really want to know. So math. Literally, I'm not going to joke with you guys. Number blocks, like that's her math curriculum. And she actually has the number blocks, and she will sit, if I let her, hours on end playing with the number blocks, building them. She has her addition memorized, which is crazy to me. She's just repeating what she hears, and I don't think she really understands the concept behind it. Maybe a little bit, but number blocks, that's our math curriculum. You know, plus we do we'll talk about triangles and circles and stuff like that, because, you know, that's part of handwriting. It all like connects, and plus it's in my handwriting book that we use. The other curriculum that I was going to share with you, I have not yet purchased the entire curriculum. When I get the subscription and when I start using it, I promise you I will make a video about it. So it's called, let me tell you what it is. I didn't even tell you what it was. And you're dying, right? Okay, it's called Equipping Minds. And it is written by a lady. Her name is Dr. Carol Brown. And I have been watching her now for a couple months, 6 months, 8 months, something like that. And she talks a lot about neuroplasticity, how the brain changes and how you can remap the brain. And it is absolutely fascinating. You can take a child who's struggling, work with them on these certain skills, and their brain will change and they will be able to adapt better to learning. I love this idea. I love this idea of second chances, because as a mom, we always love second chances. So I went to this convention over the summer where I spoke at Special Needs Expo, and she was there. And one of my philosophies that I always say to everyone when it comes to curriculum, when you pick it out, make sure you connect with the author, because they're the ones that are really teaching your kids. Like, if you want to get down to the educational side of things, they're the ones that are giving you the materials and the learning tools, right? You are just facilitating it as a parent. So I would say connect with the author, and I connected with her. And the program that she created was called Roses, and it is a full curriculum. It includes math, it includes reading, it's remapping the brain. It's named after the first student that she used this curriculum on, who happened to have Down syndrome, and her name was Rose. The fact that it's giving you curriculum at the same time as remapping the brain, it's fascinating. I will try to attach a video to this video so you can go in and actually, if you guys don't know, I've been co-hosting a podcast with Peggy Plower. It's called Empowering Homeschool Conversations, and there is a video interview with Dr. Carol Brown. My other daughter, Hannah, who is 10 years old, literally sat down at their booth and played games with them for a couple of hours. There is a supplement that goes with the full curriculum, and I have that. I know, I hold up a stack of cards. These are so versatile, and we have, since the conference that I went to, even before the conference, but since the conference, I have sat down with Naomi every single day for 20 minutes a day to actually more like 30 minutes a day, playing this stack of cards. And I have noticed a difference in her thinking and her focus. That's the big one, is the focus. So these cards, I'm so excited talking about these, okay? And I'm so excited to get the program. On the back of each of these cards, so they look like this, right? They're different colors. So if you can see them, they're different colors. They're different animals. And there's numbers in the top corner. There is letters in the top corner. Down here, you've got like an arrow going in different directions. And then you also have, on the other side, you have like parentheses, a square, you have different shapes, like an X, okay? And so the curriculum actually uses these cards too, and some of these concepts, but you can play the card games without the curriculum, and that's what we've been doing for 30 minutes a day. You sort these. That's what you do. And it's interesting because you may be focusing on the animal and sorting by animal, but you have all these other distractions, and you're trying to teach your brain to just now sort by the animals. And you can switch it up. You can flip them over so she can't see You know, like this is a turtle. So you put all the turtles right here as you reveal the cards as you go through the deck. But you know it's a turtle even though you can't see it. So you have to do memory work as well. There's lots of little games. I mean, it's endless how many different games you can play with this thing. You know, we went from Naomi just not really being able to do this to now I can put 4 different cards down. She can memorize the 4 different animals, and then she can go through the deck and lay them on top. It's not always perfect. It's a lot of work for her, but we take our time. Sometimes we take turns, like I'll get her sister involved and her sister will play these games with her, building those executive functioning skills. Games are so huge for these kiddos, and having fun doing the games. And for her, this is she loves this. There are other games that go along with this program, you know, Spot It, Blink, those kind of games. Naomi can't necessarily play those, but you know, as she gets older, she will be able to, plus her brothers and sisters can play it. Kids that have ADHD can benefit from this program. I highly recommend that you check it out. There are some other things that I am looking at. I learned so much from you guys, you know, all the evaluations that I do over the summer. And when I see these kids and how they're learning, I learn about different things out there that I've never heard about. There was one specific evaluation that I did do, and she introduced me to a lady called Natalie Hale. I think that's how you say her name. And I was looking at her program. It's very straightforward. It's, you know, the idea of sandwiching where you do the flashcards, you read the book, and then you do the flashcards at the end. And then, of course, decoding is when you get up into phonics. So I was like, you know, I forgot about that method. It's been a while, so let's try this with Naomi. And so that's actually what I've kind of been doing on my own to add to all of this, just to try it out, see how it works. And so we're playing around a little bit with that method. And so I love these books. Naomi loves these books. And these are A Reason for Reading. They are Christian-based. I will not say we love all of the books. There's a lot of these books that ended up in the trash because for whatever reason, it did not sit well with me. I don't know why I just confessed that, but there's some I just didn't like, okay? Anyway, I like this one. It's called I Like to Ride, all right? It's very simple, straightforward. It's a level B, and I went ahead and I have flashcards that I have with it, so I do these flashcards with her. We go through them. I say them really fast, right? And then we read it, and then we say the flashcards. This is a method that I completely forgot about until I was reminded of this at the evaluation. So I've done that with a couple of these books, and I will be doing this. It doesn't take long to do and sit down with Naomi a couple times a day just to run through the flashcards. Because with Naomi, I don't work with her straight through the day. I have time, almost like little blocks laid out through the day. So in the mornings, we go to therapy. When we come home, we'll play the card game for 30 minutes. Then we have lunch, right? And then we'll do some more activities for another hour or so. And then we take a little break. I work with her brothers and sisters. Then I come back to her and we read and do stuff like that through the day. I do want to share with you these right here. This is actually the packet that I have created that you can actually download for free. It's a biblically based Christian worldview set of packets that's inspired by the book Teaching Your Kids with Down Syndrome. You don't have to use it just for Down syndrome. You can use it for all levels. But guys, I made it available for you for free. It's actually now on my website. I have my own website, brand new, kind of excited. So you can download these. But basically the idea here is that you read these out loud, have her circle them. You can have her repeat each word after you. But basically she's circling each word as they're read, whether she's doing it, you're doing it. And this one actually we are coloring, and on the back, we always try to utilize the back. This one didn't get utilized, but then, you know, tracing, right? And then the back, tracing lines, a lot of go stop, and working on her name a lot, right? Because that's just part of it. We didn't do that page, but you get the idea here. And then of course we did some cut and paste. So this is the packet that I have online, cutting. That's also a part of it too. We have a book on cutting, which is over there. If you can just find any book with cutting and have them work on it, I think all of them are good. But that is part of our curriculum, is just the cutting too. I think that about covers it for her. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you've heard of these things, your thoughts, all the things. So if you are about to start homeschooling and you do have a child with special needs, I do have some videos that might interest you right here. So feel free to check them out, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.